A ver. ¡Guau! Sigue trillado. Sigue en puntazo, tío. Uy. Esa imagen me ha recordado vídeo cebomba, Gorrita negra, camiseta negra de tirantes, luces blancas y un gimnasio vacío. Es que esto es otro nivel, Esto es otro nivel y mirad qué cocazos. Bueno, tenemos al terrible, al animal, Ryan Terry, campeón del Mr. Olympia Men Physique 2023, que ya lo sabemos todos, no seamos pesados con eso, pero nos va a contar por qué lo consiguió, qué cambió este año y también nos va a hacer pues un check de cómo está ahora post-Olimpia. Está off-season, está enfocado ya directamente para 2024, va a hacer alguna competición. Todas estas preguntas y más en el vídeo. ¿Listo? ¡Go!
Hello. Welcome back. So, little update. As you can see, we are back in RT Fit. It's 1 week post-Olympia, and this is my first session back. Just had time off, rested, give my body time to recuperate after obviously battling out on the Olympia stage, dehydrating, carving up, all that kind of stuff. And also just spending time with the family and enjoying some decent food. A lot of decent food, in fact. But yeah, I'm still...
Bueno, la comida decente me imagino que después de un año de competición a muerte, echa de menos comer algo fuera del arroz y pollo.
I'm actually stood here saying that I'm men's physique Mr. Olympia champion 2023. Yeah, after 20 years training, 9 attempts, we finally got it. But yeah, this video is about how I brought my back up, because a lot of you keep asking about how did I make so much improvement in such a short period of time. And the answer to that is just being so consistent with it. I was training it twice a week for over a year. I learned how to showcase it better as well. So obviously going to Steve's, Bev's gym and getting really good.
Vale, lo primero que ha dicho es que le he metido frecuencia 2 a la espalda y que también estuvo mejorando el posing, cosa que luego se ha visto traducido en éxito en tarima.
Feedback from him and how to hit a proper men's physique back pose. That really helped, but there's no denying that we were 9 pounds heavier this year. And I think all of that went on my back. And that was because I dedicated Monday and Friday hitting my back twice a week. Never missed it either. And it was either width and lower back, and then it was thickness and lower back. So 2 separate type of workouts. Today we're going to hit
amplitud y densidad, vamos.
And back. And this is going to be my new routine going into off-season, because I want to be my own worst critique, and I want to look at my physique and think, how do we better it for the next Olympia? And I feel like my arms could just be a little bit more 3D, a bit more separation on the tricep to the bicep. So I want to hit my biceps first, because that's what I want to hit. And I still don't want to neglect my back. So we're going to hit back. First session back is going to be back. And it's Monday, which means I can still hit back on Friday at the end of the week. So nothing changes there.
Tiene como un recordatorio de espalda el viernes y creo que lo vamos a mantener, si no hemos entendido mal.
Yeah, just give you a bit of an insight into my back training as well as biceps. And you can see some of the kit here at RT Fit, because we're going to be opening very soon. Needs a good clean, but this place is unreal. I can't believe I can say this is mine. Let's get training. Come on, guys. I need a bit of motivation. You'll know. Anybody who's competed, you'll know.
Necesito motivación. ¿Está que se cae al suelo, literalmente, o qué?
Especially, I've been dieting a year and a half now. So I did the last Olympia, then went straight into dieting for the New York Pro, which is May, mid-year, and then straight into this end of the year. So I now make an excuse. Well, he's just saying, like, are we ready to go? Hear this, hear that. No, I just need to like reboot a little bit. But we're getting into it. First session back, let's go. Stop messing about, right?
Ya se le ve apegadillo. Va a tener que tirar de disciplina a muerte, Le dejó Baldao ganar el Olympia. Bueno, esa máquina se ve golosilla. Ya me estoy poniendo romántico. Pero por favor, quítate. Entra en calor, que yo puedo entender que haga frío, pero vamos a ver qué se encuentra ahí debajo. Off-season. En teoría es solo una semana después del Mr. Olympia, ha dicho. O sea, el puntazo lo tiene que tener todavía.
So, are you going to be training
Ya entra en color con el primer
biceps
ejercicio.
twice per week then?
Yes. So what I'm going to do going forward, I think, back Monday and Friday as usual. I'm going to incorporate maybe back and triceps on a Monday, chest and biceps on a Tuesday.
Espalda y tríceps el lunes. O sea, quiere utilizar antagonistas. No quiere utilizar el flexor del codo, el bíceps el día de espalda, me imagino para no fatigarlo. Yo soy de la otra opinión. Yo prefiero hacer espalda y remato bíceps. Pero, si él quiere priorizar los brazos, me parece interesante lo que está haciendo.
And then on a Saturday, train arms on their own. So they get twice a week as well. So triceps and biceps get twice. Back gets twice as well. That's the plan. But I've got to really think about it. Like, got to just make sure there's enough time to recover between. But after my back making so many improvements from hitting it twice,
está bien, me gusta el plan. Ejecútalo. A ver. ¡Guau! Sigue trillado. Sigue en puntazo, tío. No, también como la hubiera liado en una semana, me cago en la leche. Pero es que está inhumano. Es verdad que a Terry, como no le habíamos reaccionado mucho antes del Mr. Olympia. Pero bueno. Ojo, Ojo, cuidado. Pero tiene razón que necesita separación en los tríceps. O sea, los brazos no es algo que destaque mucho él. Pero está en Men's Physique. Entonces, pues bueno. Si aún así cree que es importante, que lo haga. Uy, no me mola nada ese movimiento balístico en ese ejercicio, ¿eh? A ver. Igual, yo anclaría los coditos, ¿eh? Veo que si no el deltoides, que de por sí lo tiene enorme, pero enorme, le va a meter caña. ¿Qué preferirías ahora, dormir o comer? Y dice dormir.
To bed. It's 8 o'clock at night, but I've been down here doing site meetings, doing RT's kitchen, the worktops.
Va, pues qué pelotas tiene. Ha estado de reuniones, ha estado todo el día reventado, se viene a grabar y encima para YouTube.
We've only got 360 days or something like that.
Prep starts now then.
Prep begins now.
Solo tenemos 360 días para la preparación, así que la preparación empieza ya. La preparación empieza ya. Uy, esa imagen me ha recordado vídeo Cebomba, ¿eh? Gorrita negra, camiseta negra de tirantes, luces blancas y un gimnasio vacío. Cebom. ¿Pudo ser referente Cebum también para Ryan Terry? Yo creo que sí. ¿Por qué no? Ryan lleva más años compitiendo. Cebum lleva más títulos. Diferentes categorías, por si no lo sabíais. Que alguno seguramente no lo sepa. No, porque básicamente ahora mismo todo el mundo lo da todo por hecho. Todos tienen que ser expertos, o sea, tienen que tener 60.000 años en el gimnasio, si no, no pueden opinar. Y no, pues este hombre compite en Men's Physique y Cebum compite en Classic Physique. Ya está, para quien no lo sepa.
Going into the Olympia.
Yeah, so my weight, obviously there's a lot of talk now about Men's Physique with the new weight cap coming in January. Got to admit...
Es que se les viene una movida a Men's Physique de cojones. 2. Talla peso-altura, bañadores, que van a tener que enseñar un poquito la pierna, entonces las desproporciones que hemos visto hasta ahora ya no van a ser. Tengo unas ganas de ver cómo influyen los atletas, porque hay atletas que les va a venir muy bien y atletas que les van a joder vivos.
It's quite entertaining, should we say, athlete meeting, because we did weigh-ins, because we're trying to see where everybody's at, what type of work people have got to do for either downsizing or room to grow for the division, and it was like setting us up for next year. So I think out of 47 of us, I think there was only about 10 of us that made weight, and nobody was really under. A lot of them were quite far over. Some as far as 20, 23 pounds over their stage weight. So
20 están por encima del peso.
We let the division go than what it was supposed to be, and I think this new weight class is going to be quite good for it, just kind of capping and bringing it back down. My weight was allowed to be.
Entonces, Terry entrará en ese límite de peso altura, pero casi 30 se van a tomar por saco. O sea, a mí me gusta que las categorías no estén masificadas, tanto bikini como men's physique. Tenemos ahí a 60, es que es una locura, 40 y pico competidores, es una locura. Se pierde la objetividad, incluso atletas que salgan muy bien, es frustrante para ellos. Entonces, a ver qué va a pasar con esa categoría. O a ver si va a hacer que nazca una nueva categoría, que pueda ser muscular men's physique, yo qué sé, a ver qué pasa.
202. When we weighed in, I was 203. But the reason for that was we were weighing in later on in the evening, so we'd had quite a lot of meals in the day. I wasn't trying to make any sort of weight. I was trying to keep as full as a house, and I was carving up at that stage. I went on at every other show, especially in New York, at 197, so I could easily come down under the 202 cap. I could sit at 200, 201, 202 and be comfortable there. So we have no worries going into next year. It's quite nice actually to be at the top end, because you know you're as full as you can be, so to speak. I struggle to put muscle on anyway, so I wouldn't really be fearful of going over that weight.
How did it feel in comparison to being down weight at New York to the Olympia? Feel-wise, did you feel any different?
So the big difference, I was 9 pounds heavier from New York to Mr. Olympia, which is only 6 months difference. And the difference I felt was I carbed harder, and I pumped up a lot better. So I held my pumps for longer. I felt like my skin was popping out, so it felt amazing at the Olympia. When I pumped up backstage, I only did a couple of press-ups, and I felt full, like I was about to burst, where I never ever feel that, because I always over-diet and under-carb up, so I never risk my condition.
Buah, vaya estallada, que llevaba.
I look a bit stringy and depleted, whereas I wanted to practice, because no one expected me to win this year. I was out of the top 6, so I wanted to really push my body and see how much it could take and what difference that would make. If I'm honest, and this is being brutally honest, I felt slightly wider in my midsection because I was full as a house, and because I've got very dominant abs, quite thick abs.
O sea, que a lo mejor la carga le hacía sentirse un poco hinchado, un poco de más, y es lo que está queriendo ser más honesto. Y se notaba la cintura más gruesa.
The more I tense on stage, the more the blood rushes to it, like any other muscle part pumped up, and it felt like it was swelling a little bit. So as I got into the evening time, I just didn't feel as tight and as crisp as I wanted to, but I'd done the work, obviously, for pre-judging, which was the main thing, and I got myself in the mix then. So other than that, yeah, it felt amazing this year. I felt a lot bigger, and I felt like I could stand next to the likes of Brandon and Erin and not look out of place being too small.
Joder, qué guay. De todas maneras, lo que va a cambiar mucho el rol y el juego con los mens, más allá de la talla, es el tema de que las piernas empiezan a ser, aunque sea media pierna, ya tienen una medida, aunque es una medida es un poco rara, que van a ir midiendo pierna por pierna al tallaje, pues va a ser raro. Pero que la pierna les empiece a contar, es lo que ha dicho Terry. 30 se van a tomar por saco, no entran en peso. Lo veremos.
It's mint. That's such a good feel. Oh, well done, Primal.
Is this one of the new favorite
Qué buena
pieces?
sensación, el trabajo bien hecho,
At the minute, yeah, but I haven't tried anything else yet. No, it's brilliant. That is forward-facing lat pull down. Primal performance range, really good. You can adjust the width of it as well, so you can have it. It's like a neutral or close.
Pero seguirá priorizando también la espalda cuando ya la ha mejorado, cuando gracias a ella ya consiguió el Olympia. No lo sé. Es que, ojito, que es un mens. A mí Ryan es que me parece el típico Ken. El típico Ken perfecto, en tarima, luciendo con ese tinte, con los dientes blancos como nuclear. No parece ni real.
can I just say, without blowing too much smoke up Primal's arse, their new performance range, guys, is absolutely class. Like, I'm a bit of a geek when it comes to like biomechanics of machines and like the smoothness of them. And I've always been a fan of like the old school Nautilus and how they used to be made, not these cheap, shitty ones nowadays. But the performance range is very heavy with cam belts instead of chains and stuff like that. I was a bit dubious of it at first. I was a bit like, is it going to run right? Is it durable?
Es verdad, no sé qué tenéis vosotros en vuestro gimnasio, si correas, cadenas o cables. Los cables se rompen más, pero a mí la tipo correa me gusta menos, a mí.
The smoothness and just, I don't even know how to explain it. I won't give it justice. You've got to try these new machines. They're just so good, so smooth. It really helps you connect, that mind to muscle connection. And it just feels solid, it feels great. It feels like you've got full control over the movement, but you're locked in, you can't cheat, you can't manipulate the weight in any way. It's all in the muscle part you need it to be. And those cam belts are so smooth. And obviously we're going to need to see if they stand the test of time, but they've been rigorously tested over like really hard circumstances, and they've been amazing. So yeah, I can't wait for people to try.
Pero no nos vendas la máquina tampoco, hombre.
Different, basically pinpoints, pivotal points, to get different angles. So we're going to go for a high setting here. We're going to change the foot position.
La madre que lo parió, nos sigue vendiendo la máquina. Vamos a ver ese check, chavales.
Yay or nay to
Era el momento.
Shell suits. I wouldn't normally rock anything like this, but
este check post-Olimpia, a una semana de haber competido en el Mister Olympia. A ver cuántos donuts te han tumbado.
Try it out, see if I can rock it, because normally I just baggy black pants and yeah, I'm nervous.
Coño, se ve borroso y se le ve enorme. ¡Hostias! ¿Qué dices, tío?
Think he's ready to hit the stage now?
No, definitely not. But hey, let's have a look.
La madre que me parió. La madre que me parió, ¿cómo está? Buah. Hombre, no sé si para subir al escenario clavado porque te faltarían cortes, pero es... Hostias,
Wow, that's hard to hit. With a lot of donuts and cookies in your stomach. Oh.
Es difícil de alcanzar con muchos donuts y galletas que se ha comido.
No. Right, see it back door bicep.
Venga, tira abdominales también ahora. Joder, vaya espaldita, que ha sacado el niño. Y los hombros brutales. Brutales, Terry. Qué cabrón, se ha comido unos donuts. Mira la profundidad también del abdomen,
Well, they've done a bit of pumping up before us out.
Dios. Es que esto es otro nivel, Esto es otro nivel y mirad qué cocazos.
Oh, my stomach feels very full.
Qué locura, tío. Qué locura. Está para subirse, Está para subirse, sin duda.
Right, so you see my physique. We're going into off-season now. Dad bod is upon us. So you probably won't see that again for another 300 odd days. Hope you've enjoyed this video.
Hasta dentro de 300 días no vamos a volver a ver el cuerpo de Terry, chavales. Bueno, me imagino que él va a hacer la despedida para su vídeo, yo hago la despedida para el nuestro. Espero que os haya gustado, que la hayáis disfrutado. Decidme cómo lo habéis visto a Terry. 300 días hasta volver a verle. Seguirá invicto el año que viene. Brandon se lo comerá. Ojo, cuidado. Nuevos cambios en Men's Physique. Se vienen años muy golosos. Espero verte en el próximo vídeo. Un abrazo.